yeah, I remember that time. And the buttons have been fixed. I did that earlier today. Didn't take that long. All I had to do was just go through and basically reassign them to the correct scenes rather than the old ones, which is why when I pressed the button yesterday, everything went a bit weird. But I've sorted that now. There's just one more thing I need to sort out on the new overlay setup, but it's more one of those I'm feeling lazy rather than actually a issue, you know, just so I can just like press a button and it will change not only the stream name, but also, no, for Twitch, but also the overlay thing as well. Excuse me. Yeah. We finished things off last time where we helped out Sun in Shadows, and there was a few other little quests. Someone's running around there. A few other little quests did as well, but I realised that I think I'm at the point now where I'm very close to the last point I got up to, the furthest I've got in here. So it's different because when I did it before, I did it I focused on the main storyline, which basically to unlock certain bits and pieces. But I've got a feeling that this is going to take me through all the secondary quests as well. So I'm kind of in that sort of weird half and half where I've kind of already done Morrowind, but I haven't done everything in it. So it's like I've done the main quest for sure, that I do know. But apparently there's other side bits, and those side bits, from all accounts, affect the main quest, including a very particular quest involving my favourite Dunmer herself, old Uruan. So, what it is, I'm going to make sure I've got my buffs up. I also make sure my inventory's cleared out, as per normal. Yeah, that's all cleared out, that's nice. Yep, I've still got those bits I need to take those to Clockwork City. It's just a normal one of those. Yeah, roll and roll.
Outlander, a word.
Cheese.
By order of the Deputy Governor of Sedanine, which happens to be me, the lighthouse is closed until further notice. On the other hand, I seek an outlander who's willing to do a little work.
Well, what kind of work are you talking about?
I need someone without ties to the area to look into a matter for me. It seems the lighthouse was broken into. The flame was extinguished. As a result, a ship crashed along the shore. There were fewer bodies than expected, both living and dead.
Please, indulge this one. You want him to figure out who put out the flame?
I suspect slavers were involved.
Ugh.
It means they had help here in town. I find
Slavers,
unacceptable.
cultists.
Discover who doused the lamp fire. They'll lead us to the slavers. Question Delms, who was on duty that night. He's in the lighthouse.
I will begin my questions there.
I need to check in with the overseer. His workers are searching the wreckage, and I want to know what they've uncovered.
Good luck with that. I will do what you requested. Because why not? That is how Valen earns the coin, and with coin, Valen gets the wares. And with the wares, all the shinies. Alright. I'm not going to steal from here, because this is technically someone's home and workplace. Also, I'm trying to be a more ethical thief, as I've said before. Which seems like a contradiction, but you know what I mean. Oh, got up here. Oh, blimey. Have you people never heard of handrails?
Halt! No one's allowed up here.
Deputy Governor Salvi asked this one to look into the shipwreck.
She asked you to... an outlander? Isn't it enough she stuck me up here to guard the flame indefinitely, but now she's looking for help outside the house guard? What else can I expect after what happened the other night?
Just tell Kishit what happened.
Findon sent a barrel of his finest ale for Watch Captain Bethes's birthday. Powerful stuff. One cup and we could barely keep our eyes open.
Oh
The
dear.
entire regiment was knocked on its collective arse. When I came to my senses, I saw that the fire had gone out.
Please tell, because you did not know who put out the flame.
Look, once I heard the crash along the shore, it was all I could do to get moving and raise the alarm. Cherish's water loves to loiter near the lighthouse. Maybe she noticed something. If you're intent on doing your job, you should talk to her.
Now, in theory, I could drop down there, but that's risky. That is risky. Oh, can I drop down onto the mushroom? That's great. Too shortcut. Still isn't a stage 4 vampire. That would be unpleasant. Cherishes water. A word.
Do you mind? Your dirty foot coverings are contaminating my pond.
Were you here the night of the shipwreck? Did you see anyone near the lighthouse that night?
So direct you are. It makes my tongue wither and the answers dry up in my mouth. Go and bother someone else with your parching questions.
Such rudeness. Very well. The deputy governor can ask you instead.
No! There's no need to involve the governor's deputy or the house guard. When they start breathing down my neck, my scales shrivel right up. I did notice someone near the lighthouse that night.
Go on.
You keep asking the wrong question. I did not see anyone that night. I felt them. They made ripples in the water. I felt them stuck by the tree that overlooks my pond. Then they moved off towards the lighthouse. Look to the tree, moist one.
And you never bothered to check the tree?
I prefer my waters to remain still, calm. Crying causes ripples, and ripples lead to more dry questions.
She really likes being in the water. I mean, seriously, it is like right there. Right there. Okay, something about a weird word. Right. Now I've got to ask her about Amcivi. Armcivi?
Would you be so kind as to move along? You're disrupting the current.
The ending of the words is Amcivi.
Talk of gods makes my scales itch. If the living gods really cared, they wouldn't make me suffer. Now take your religious foolishness and peddle it someplace else.
Okay, so that's something to do with religion. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright.
Don't cause trouble.
A bit rude. I've already helped this town. You can call them? Very rude. Watch Captain.
Did you need something else? A skooma baron you'd like to report, perhaps? No? Then move along.
The ending of the words is Almcivi.
Really, Outlander, it's commendable that you're trying to learn our ways, but the words of the tribunal just sound silly when you say them like that. I suggest you stick to sightseeing and leave the religion to us.
Right, okay, so was it like a prayer or something? Oh, look, new player. Hello, new player. Or new character. Never know if it's a new player or not. The governor. Last time, I'm going to have a look at this. There you go. Have a look.
An outlander. I can never seem to get enough of your kind here. You're welcome in Vardenfell, of course. Just obey the laws and refrain from causing trouble, and you'll get along just fine.
The ending of the words is Almcivi.
What? What did you say? I suggest you leave now before I set the guards upon you.
Oh. That doesn't sound, good.
Despite all the excitement around the recent shipwreck, I'm in here, guarding the governor's office. I suppose someone might want to steal a quill or a stack of parchment, but still,
This one has no
talents are clearly being wasted.
This one has no idea what you're talking about. This one is innocent of all crimes. But the ending of the words is Almcivi.
Word of advice. Don't mention anything about the tribunal to the governor.
He's not happy with some recent rules and regulations that have come down from on high.
Okay. There's definitely something negative about that phrase. Right. Sea salt grocery. Right. First things first.
You're an adventurer, aren't
Yep. I've got that recipe. Yep. Try again.
you? Like... That's a good one! That tribunal nonsense is almost as funny as some of the things I heard in Rothgar. Say, if you want to get together later, I know a couple of body stories that I'd love to share.
This one, thank you, but I believe I am spoken for, but I am tempted. Considering that the character I have an interest in is basically a secret agent / assassin who could kill me in about 1,000 ways. Not sure I want to piss her off. Oh, more people. Hello. Excuse me. Book to read.
House Redoran controls the west, and House Telvanni holds sway over the east. Me, I'm the master of this cooking pot. Oh, what a sorry life this is.
Right, so Ungear. Already got. Oh, so this is the generic recipes. Okay.
Vardenfell, that's something to do with the tribunal, isn't it? I'm sorry, but I really try not to pay too much attention to the Dark Elves and their strange religion.
Okay. Ooh, no book over it. Guess there's anything else in here. No, I read that one. Okay, so go. You can see what this is. This is basically a way to sort of give you a tour around the town. So it's definitely a beginner's quest. Right, speak to Marissa? Maurice?
Welcome to our shop. Feel free to look around.
The ending of the words is Almcivi.
Keep it down. We don't want to attract undue attention. But what happened? I thought I was supposed to go to the drop. You didn't come all this way just to give me my reward, did you?
Khajiit has your reward.
Already? Let me see. Oh, it's beautiful. I love working for the tribunal. It's so much better than trying to earn a living as a thief in Vivec City. But where's your helmet? I've never seen an ordinator out of uniform before.
Sorry, this one's curious. An ordinator had you sabotaged the lighthouse?
Oh, right. We're not supposed to talk about ordinators in the tribunal in such a public place. But it feels good to be doing holy work for a change. And such a simple task, snuffing out the lighthouse flame. I mean, Almcivi is the ending of words.
And the ending of the words is Almcivi. I'm going to steal from that. Otherwise he's like staring right at me. I'll have to kill him first. And then this one is not in the mood.
Watch your step.
That guard, however, needs to watch his tongue. And sneaking. It's on the desk upstairs. Right. I think he's going to go downstairs. There you go, there's a blank paper. You know what? Screw it, as I'm here. He doesn't care. Okay. Unfinished report. Where is it? Right, unfinished report is supposed to be over here, I think. Oh, it's inside his desk. Okay. His desk? Office. Done. Okay. I'm getting lost. Where am I supposed to go? Is it upstairs? Let's go check upstairs. Ooh. There's a law book there. There's that one. Get another still. Got a feeling I've done something I shouldn't have done. No. Okay. Yes, because it's one of the side quests or something, isn't it? Yeah, and I've already done it. And where's this person I need to speak to? It's like, you say to come in here? Breaking through the fog. Where is this person? I think. Oh, I think I know what's happened. I think I know what's happened. Okay. Right, they're on the outside. Okay. He's up there, that's why. I think that's right. Or, no. If it's not this person, then it's the NPC. Well, she keeps wandering around, that's what it is. No, not her. Okay, where is she? Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh, no, don't fall down. Fudge. Stuck. Great, I'm stuck underneath the bloody... There we go. Let's try again. There she is. She's moved around.
Fortunately, the wreck of the vessel provided no additional clues. Were you able to discover anything during your investigation?
Maris Orofrana says the tribunal hired her to extinguish the lighthouse lamp.
The young woman who works with the grocer. I doubt the tribunal would ask her to do something so reckless. Do you have any proof other than her word?
Well, this one found this note in a hollow tree, along with a ruby that was her payment.
This is disturbing. This parchment feels just like the sheets that Governor O'Melian special orders from High Rock. I'm going to need you to acquire another sample from the governor's office. It's the only way to be certain.
Can you not just ask the governor to give you a few sheets?
Not if I don't want him to know I suspect that he's working with the slavers.
I see.
Or the tribunal, though I still consider that to be some sort of fabrication. No, If I alert him too soon, he'll just cover his tracks.
So you want this one to steal... That's why she was going on about paper and quills being stolen.
Not the office. He keeps it in his private quarters, accessed through the guardhouse. But I'd never suggest that you sneak into his quarters and steal a blank sheet of his special parchment. That would be against the law. Do you understand me?
This one fully understands. He will not do that.
If anything goes wrong...
Good evening. Ah, yeah, that makes sense now. I think I accidentally skipped a step. That's why it all went a bit weird. Okay, now I'm understanding why it's all gone weird. Yeah, I accidentally skipped a step in a quest and it threw me off for a little bit. But this is one of the beginning ones as well, so I'm not too fast. Okay. Stealth. Seriously? He didn't see me. There we go, that's better. Now, was that he didn't see me, or was it he just knew I was there? It's like, you know what? I'm just going to stare at this water a little bit. He's back in his basket. Ignore the glowy horse. He's got to be. He has to know what was going on. It's just like, if I didn't see it, I can pretend it never happened.
Back again? So tell me, you didn't do anything unlawful now, did you?
No, this one is still digesting last night's Farscape. That was a wild ride. Oh yeah, yeah. They were not holding back, were they? I'm not gonna lie. Last night, because I was basically lying in bed watching my Kindle, and of course because my accounts are linked for like the Prime and everything, it came up on the to watch next list. You know, Farscape episode 21, and I was this close to pushing the button to watch it. This close. But I thought, no, I'm going to be good. I'm going to be good. I'm going to behave myself. I'm going to watch it properly. Good evening. Yeah, I mean, that whole thing with Sukuzu, with Orion and everything, and then find out she's a bioid? Like, wait, what? And then the whole bit at the end with Scorpius and that as well. It's like, my mind was full of... I think I went a bit cross-eyed trying to figure everything out. It's like, damn it. Although, can't deny it, John basically walking into the meeting saying, right, who wants to buy this off me? Oh, by the way, I have a bomb. Loved it.
That's odd. We haven't done a search of Firemoth Island since Governor O'Melian declared that the House Guard was better used patrolling farther up the coast. And these parchment sheets definitely match. This is very distinct.
That scar by her eyes, that one there. That's quite that. Ooh, that could have easily hit her eye. You must tell this one. You think the governor is working with the slavers? If he is, I'm taking him down.
I think doesn't matter. We need evidence.
And somehow starts back.
To launch a rescue. Slavery is illegal in Pact territory. It's time to visit Firemoth Island. Hopefully, somewhere along the way, we'll find more proof of Governor O'Melian's ties to all of this.
I think there was an episode where he basically established that if he dies, he can come back. Doesn't know how long, and you know the process isn't exactly easy. But he has proven in the past that if he gets killed, he can reform. The question is, what's he up to? What the flip's going on? And Rigel pulling that badass move, you know. Why did the show cancelled when it did. Oh.
Attack before the soldiers have been assembled? That's not a prudent course of action. We need to...
Oh, that's true, yes.
Plans and contingencies. Unlock the armor... What was that?
A light flared and illuminated the lighthouse.
That's a distress signal, and it came from Firemoth Island. No time to prepare. We have to rescue the slavers' prisoners.
Call out your soldiers, because it would take the ship and head to the island. Yes, yeah, he just sort of, left to go and search for Zan's soul or something, thinking he had heard it, or it like went into another body, so he probably went wandering around that planet, the people who speak with the dead people and stuff like that, to see what was going on.
Soldiers, to the ships!
Ow.
We sail for Firemoth Island!
Right. To the island. Bingy. Just trying to think what else was going on with it. I'm still hoping Erin gets a revenge on that nurse. No, like a proper revenge. Even if it's just accidentally on purpose she falls into an airlock. And it's like, oh no, she's just fallen down there into an open airlock, into the vacuum of space. Such a shame. Okay, let's get a note. Right. So go rescue some slavers, and there's some there. Oh, there's some. Here you go. That's a good point. Yeah, it makes sense because it does say there is an overlap, and if they. And if Sikuzu Stark was able to somehow tap into that extra dimensional space, then that could explain. Ooh, that's a good thought. I didn't even think about that. Would also explain how the alternate version knew about that place. Either way, but it's still messing with my head. Okay, so I need to find 2 more slavers. You know what? I haven't used a blade for a while. That felt good. That felt good. Well, maybe jumped in. You found it, you did that on you. I'll try for to respawn. This is like a beginner's sort of area. Oh, there they are, over there. Okay, so I know the last one is going to be back over there. Ah, there you go. Very quick respawn.
I thought I was done for.
Rescue slaves, yep, done that. Right, yep. Nice and easy one. Hey, I just hit 4,000 items gathered on this character. 6,000 more to go. 5,999 to go. Not even halfway. So that's going to take me. That's going to take me a long time to do. A long time. Still, it will happen. Even if I just have to spend a few days, few weekends, to just, what's the word? Just doing a major gathering session or 2, which is good now because I can have like another stream on or podcast or something on the other monitor, so I can just sort of zone out, run around, just gather stuff. Oh.
Someone attacked the governor. This guard will live. Did you find anything important on Firemoth Island?
Well, Velen did find this note.
So the governor hoped to use the Morag Tong to cover his tracks, but this note just adds to the evidence you've already uncovered.
Well, that's a nice one.
You have provided a great service to Sedanin. I'll take it from here.
Yeah, Gil.
Deputy Governor.
Sergeant, where's Governor Emelian? What happened here?
The governor struck me from behind and fled.
Because he's a little shit.
Governor seeks to escape justice. After him!
Go on. There you go, mate. There you go. Thank you. Excellent. There we go. So now I can rob him blind and not feel guilty about it. Oh, got a design there. Was it a bit... I don't have that one. Very nice. Okay, so to go to Stay the Needway Shrine. Which is that way. Go to Balmora. Balmora, not Balmora. Balmora's a different place. Balmora Way Shrine, which is... There we go. So I'm getting a vague idea of where the different way shrines are. So seen that meteor there. Right, let's find this Reniku fellow. Could be around this somewhere. I recognise this place.
The Telvanni can't be happy these days.
You're talking about that slave revolt?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, that crossover point now where I've done some of these. I've done all the areas, but I haven't done all the quests. So once I clear Morrowind, then it will pretty much be I've not done it before, sort of thing. But in this area, I do have a kind of vague idea of where I'm going and what I'm doing, even ignoring the guide. I like this place. I do. Excuse me. Okay.
Please, this one needs to get out of here. Those cultists, they're insane.
All right, but keep your voice down. I'll be ready to leave soon enough. In the meantime, if anyone asks, you're just here to haul cargo.
Hello. I think that person is blind. Really cool.
What?
I'd like to visit this place on vacation.
One is just here to haul cargo.
Dude, I was right. This one was right behind. You know what? Fine. No, Velen is here to help. What was that you said about cultists?
Cultists? This one said nothing about cultists. Perhaps you are thinking of another Khajiit. Look, Renaku just wants to leave all these crazy dark elves behind and find a safer mine to work in. The Shulk ore mine is cursed.
Tell Velen about the cultists, or he starts yelling for the house guards.
No one likes a gwar licker, you clawless kitten. Happened a few days back. Weird cultists just barged in and took over the mine. This one managed to get away, but the crew chief and some of the others are still out there. Happy now, fish breath?
Oh, that was rude. Calling this one fish breath. I mean, it's true, but still.
Even if you hadn't destroyed those shipments, I'm sure the tribunal would have stopped the plague before it reached Mournhold.
Uh-huh. See, some of the guards are starting to realise who I am. It's like, yep. Now that the timelines have all lined up properly, like the reputation of this character is starting to spread. Now I just go to stealth mode and apparently I need to pickpocket him. Alright. I'll wait until... Really? Okay, there we go. why can I not get his key? Yeah, intimidate Rinku. Interesting. Okay, so I have to, yeah, I do have to obtain the foreman's key, right? Which is this.
Have we met? I don't remember.
What is it? Do I do I have? Hello. Okay. Yeah, done that. Okay, yeah, I've done that one. Yeah. What is it?
A toast to drinking.
Yeah, I'm in the right area. This is where I'm supposed to be. Is there a certain spot I have to do it in? Or do I have to be completely hidden? Let's find out. Damn it. Okay, so my pickpocketing skills still work, that's good. Probably because I'm being detected. Something's going a bit funny here. Okay, so I'm going to double check to see if there's a bug. Like blood from a stone. Okay, let's just check see if there's a bug or something, or I'm doing something completely wrong. Woman. I might have been... Okay, yeah, done that, yeah. Oh, I see. I have to do either or right. And I said I was going to... Okay, I think that's what I did wrong. That could be why. Where is it? Okay, where's the...
This is wearisome indeed.
I'm shopping. Okay, right, that's where I have to go. Ah. Okay, yeah, so it's kind of a bug, but it's not a bug that's unfixable. It's one I have to figure out where that is. Okay. So it's the island, so I'm gonna have to go outside of town for a little bit and find his manor. Yeah, the indicator is saying to go there.
Stupid dog. What happened? Let me see.
But what I should be doing is really going to his manor, which is up there. There we go.
This is never good.
Ah, I see. I see what it is. I see. I think that might be me misunderstanding something. Oh, there's no one around. Force my way in. Okay, now I'm only here for one reason. That is stealing the key. Oh, shucks, but that could have gone very bad. There we go. Yeah. Ooh. Don't worry, I'm out of here. Again, the guy's like, I've not seen him. Okay. There we go. Problem solved. So, did I just see a Khajiit just come? Yeah, just annoy me. He's that one who took on Molad bowls, killed dragons, and done. Yeah, we'll just pretend we don't see him and he won't murder us in our sleep. This one is happy with you.
But you shouldn't be here. Didn't you read the House Redoran proclamation?
I chose not to.
I wouldn't be here myself, but some of my miners are still in there.
You can tell Veya what happened in the mine, yes?
Our mine was invaded by violent cultists. They showed up and just took the place over. My people are trapped. I'm no expert, but it looked like the cultists were preparing to conduct a ritual before the Ashlander interrupted them.
Wait, an Ashlander interrupted the cultists?
Well, I never actually saw an Ashlander, but I heard a cultist yell, "Ashlander thief! That's our mystical weapon!" That's not an exact quote, but you get the idea. I don't know what happened after that. I was kind of busy trying not to die.
Understandable. But this one's will go into the mine.
Really? That's awfully brave of you. If you see any of my miners, tell them to get their arses out here. I'll wait as long as I can. Until I hear screaming. Then I'll go to Balmora and try to find some help. Good luck in there.
The screaming won't be from this one. The narcotic cult. I'm not sure who they are, but one of them came into town for provisions, was muttering something about his rueful axe. Grusheba. Something like that. Couldn't quite work out the word. Start to liberate. Alright. What was this? Some instructions. Learn about the Ashlander thief. Ooh. There is something over here I need to get. Well, I don't need to get it. I just want to get it to complete the what you call it, the law books. That's gonna be, I might as well. Get stuck in everything. I think what it is. This is again another sort of like beginner's, almost dungeon-like thing. It's getting people used to how to play the game, that sort of thing. So yeah, this is going to be fairly simplistic to start off with, which is fair enough. I'm understanding that, and it's always going to be the same when you're in the more starting areas. Starting areas. What nonsense is that? And there we go. Hello. How do I get up there? Up here. Ha ha ha. The ritual bag. There. Now time to leave. Speak to the crew chief. Build this river troll because I can. There you go, get yourself some experience there, mate. Marvellous. That one goes in 6. Let's go up this way. Slide up there. See all the people coming in, learning how to do the delve. It's not really a dungeon. There's no boss. Technically, it's not even a delve. I mean, you've got the troll there, but that whole with the troll boss. Difficult fight for a newbie, maybe, but yeah, not boss. Generally, I will always classify bosses as the ones who are actually both elite and named. So if he was called only like Kevin the Troll or something, then yeah.
Did you find what you were looking for in the mine?
This one is not sure. He needs to consult with his contact.
Of course. I perfectly understand. I think I'll wait a little longer and see if any of my miners were able to escape from the cultists. Good luck with your mission. Whatever it is.
So obviously he's sensible enough to know it's probably a good idea not to keep poking into what that Khajiit is doing. Smart and order. Yeah, gonna do it about 40 minutes. Yeah. You can bugger off. Okay. Just because it's going to make it easier to... Oh, you want to try something as well, do you? Yeah. Get out of there. Okay. So where is it? Is it down the bottom there or is it on the top? It's below. Here we go. Veya did that. God, why do I have so much trouble with some of these names? Ebony is a substance whose acquisition and use tempt mortals into acts of achievement that transcend their usual limitations. Ooh. Let's look. See, this is interesting. Let's just for a laugh. Okay. Again, picking out any sort of lore books or interesting little things, I will. Oh, I will of course have to acquire. I mean, I could come back and do them later, but it's just going to be so much easier to do it as I'm in the area. And that looks like some kind of trap up ahead. Either that or someone's been partaking of some good stuff, if you know what I'm saying. Bit of yeah, the strong skuma. Yep, definitely been on the strong skuma. That is purple, is it? It's a slight concern. There you go. Right, let's see if I can just... Yep. Okay, so I am actually being poisoned. Okay. This is a concern. Okay, let's see if I can just run through here and grab this. Same again. Grab the... Okay, let's run through the purple stuff. Yeah, that's definitely doing some kind of health damage. Ah, crap, did I miss the... I think I did, didn't I? Wait. There we go. I mean, I've got decent regeneration, but even I can't afford to stay there for too long. Let's get open to clear the way. Grab the letter. I'm going to read that because there's too much stuff going on. Search the Daedric Ruins. Well, that's just jolly, isn't it? Daedric Ruins. I'm not going to handle it, but still. So that's what's happened. They basically did a bit of mining. That just happened to be on the top of a Daedric Ruin. And of course things have gone belly up. Okay. Run through the purple stuff. Okay, get that. So I got that one over this person. And I probably had a bit enough higher level when my characters helped me in the past, so yeah, I don't mind assisting. It's something a bit balances out the comic books, if nothing else. So, yep, follow me. Right, follow Khajiit. But run like the clappers. I will clear the path for you. That's it. Here we go. Follow me. And I've just noticed they're called Stonified Reavers. Great name. So they're Stoned Reavers. Get that book. Oh, I just realised they're a sorcerer. Get the test results. Get the book. Oh, they're experimenting on people. That's nice. Yep. That's right, follow Khajiit. Don't stand in the purple shit. It's very bad. Gavros?
I don't recognize you.
Ooh.
Mistaken coming here. Do you feel it yet? The cold rush through your veins, the stiffness in your joints. Only a matter of time now.
That's how I feel, pretty much. Oh, you're talking about the what is going on here?
You really haven't figured it out. You're denser than those stone fiends. Master Reethan brought me on to study a Daedric text, a formula for turning living flesh into a substance akin to ebony. Not a perfect match, but close enough.
Daedric texts. Really? You silly. Let me guess. You lost control of it.
Something like that. But what does it matter? I'll be frozen solid soon. Black as midnight. A commodity. Nothing more. Ironic. You mean to rob me, I suppose. The scroll's just there. Have a care with it. Wealth always comes at a price.
Oh. There's no cure for this, is there?
None. Well, none that I've discovered anyway. I speak modestly when I say that if there was a cure, I would have found it already.
So you've given up?
I guess I could squander my remaining hours searching for a remedy, but I'm an alchemist, a daedrologist. We don't trouble ourselves with things like hope. I leave that nonsense to priests and children, the mentally ill.
See, now I was starting to develop some sympathy for you, but I think after that last comment, I'm just going to leave you here to turn into an ebony statue. Because you're a dick. We call grade A-hole. And yes, I'm going to rob you. I mean, if you want, I can always put you out of your misery. Blade of woe. Base of the neck. You'll be gone in a matter of seconds. Where am I going? Okay. Yeah, but don't stand in the purple shit. At least not for too long. Oh. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Kind of see what happened to them. Yep, they do get turned into ebony statues. It's not very pleasant, and I imagine it must sting a little bit. Yes, go fellow sorcerer, go be free into the world. I do like helping newbies doing stuff like that, even if it's just a case of, right, follow me, grab as much loot as you can, and remember to key the things so you get experience. No problems doing that. Especially if we can do it without having to chat to each other, which I know sounds weird, but it's just more like a case of like that. You can't speak Khajiit, I can't speak Nord. I can, but you know what I mean. Screw it. There we go. Oh, you little shit. Hooligan, good bait. Yes, I can definitely remember coming back here before, starting things before, and now I'm coming back with like a way more powerful character, and I'm just demolishing them. It's your god now. Hmm? Okay. Oh, you're up there, right? Fine. And I like that they do kind of scale depending upon where you are. I mean, some areas do have like resistances and are definitely a lot harder compared to others, but for the most part, you can go any region, any level, obviously including dungeons, and you'll get the same experience from killing a creature in one zone as you would in another, and that I think was one of the best ways of adjusting it. It also means now, like when I was helping those newbies in the dungeon there earlier, they can do a fight and it's balanced to them. I can come along and I still have not as much a challenge, but it's still get a full whack from actually helping them, and it balances out. It's I can't even begin to wrap my brain around how they work it out, but it works.
Ah, I'm glad to see you made it back in one piece. So, what have you learned?
Well, an alchemist named Gavros, who was frankly a bit of an a-hole, was turning miners into some kind of false ebony.
What? Well, that sounds ghastly.
It is.
To think that my own brother would be capable of such a thing. We must move quickly. Did you find any evidence? I'll need something concrete if I'm to convince the Hlalu trade barons to intercede.
Well, there is this Daedric formula Gavros was using.
Well done. I have a final task for you, if you're willing. I must take this to the trade baron, Councillor Riveth. He's staying at the Balmora Inn. Alas, Benna has many contacts in town. If he hears that I'm meeting Riveth, he may try to flee.
Understandable. What would you have me do? This one do?
Travel to the Rethan Manor House and detain Benna. Once I've explained matters to Riveth, he'll send Hlalu constables to collect my brother. After this, I'll ask nothing more of you. You have my word.
Okay. So he seems like a decent enough fellow. I don't know the way you think about it. I'm just this wandering Khajiit who's just gone from place to place, doing things, and like, oh look, it would help. Is that something that you do? Just ask random people for help? It's like, well, you're helping, aren't you? Touche. I would find it so amusing if there would have one quest where you have to go into like a manor house like this, find the deed, deal with the original inhabitant. Oh great, it's an assassin.
The last piece of the puzzle. Time to tie up loose ends.
No, this is not. Oh, really? So leaving orders over here. Okay. It's bugger. Oh well. Travel to the Balmora Way Shrine. I think I will do. Which I believe is right there. Is it that ebony thing? That can't be good. That can't be a pleasant sensation to go through. So that dude, that Gavros, is the one who was doing it to people. You know what? I think it's karma that it's happened to him.
Well,
I'm not necessarily saying I wanted to happen to him, but
I believe Lord Vivek wouldn't see worshippers today.
He's a living god. I'm sure.
do you find it amusing? There we go. Oops. Let's get rid of the old the Randy Netch.
They give Arthiel all the credit, but I know it was you who ended Morlock's terror.
You're right.
Malarethan. What a swit. I'm going to need a stiffer drink.
Counselor?
You don't appear to be holding my drink, so I'm sure I have no interest in you. Off with you.
I've noticed something about the Dhamma, the so-called Dark Elves in this. They are either the sort of people, 100% the sort of people I would definitely get along with IRL, or they're like this prick in front of me, arrogant, and I just want to slap him around the face with a wet fish. You mentioned Malarethan. You must be Councilman Riff.
I am. Young Mahler and I were talking about the
there's no middle ground.
Mining enterprise, built on some irregularities that I'd prefer not to discuss. Not that it's any of your business. Who are you? Why are you meddling in Thlalu business?
I feel just there's somebody burp in the background, and that amuses me. This one doubts Mahler gave you a true account. He found his orders on an assassin sent to kill him.
My, this is damning. Dear Mahler tried to hang this whole business around his brother's neck. And yours. A prudent, albeit sloppy affair. House Thlalu can ill afford such a scandal, and I hate to be lied to. Kill Mahler, and I will reward you.
Seriously, in my headphones, all I can hear is somebody really burping quite loudly from the inn, and it's hilarious. Because she's when I make any promises. Why does it not want him taken alive?
What would I do with him? Chain him to a post? His life no longer serves the house's interests. I don't expect an outlander to understand, but this needs to be done. Honestly, I doubt he'll give you a choice in the matter.
Alright, where can Khajiit find him?
His city residence, I expect, just across the river. Do be quick about this. I'm anxious to be done with the Brothers Rethan.
So somebody has got some really bad gas. So. I do find it highly, highly amusing. Key. So go up the stairs. Where is he? Oh yeah, up the stairs. Even more. Nothing here. Going to his house. No, I'm not trespassing, so that's a good sign. Of course, I'm going to steal everything I can, because I'm kind of allowed to. In fact, they're practically encouraging it. It's okay. Oh, another assassin. An ex-assassin. Why do you keep a radish in a basket? Flour. Seriously, why would you keep flour in a basket? I'm probably not going to do the Blade of Woe, but you never know. No? Okay.
You! How did you...
Of course, because it's a named NPC, so yeah. That's it. Electrocution! And I'll liberate some stuff from here. Like that formula, thank you very much. Still puzzled. Two small seriously, you keep two small chickens. You know what? I should just stop questioning the logic of why these things are kept here. I mean, it must work. They're not rotten. They're fairly fresh. So I suppose there must be some kind of like low-level enchantment. I don't know. I'm overthinking it. Overthinking it. That way leads madness. It'll hurt your brain. But yeah, if you try to put like real life logic to game logic, it will hurt you mentally. Councillor.
Quietly now. Is it finished?
Malorefin is dead.
Well then, this unfortunate little tale comes to an end. I've already dispatched some of my best agents to clean up Rethon Manor. We'll tend to Marla's apartment and the mine next. Well done. Now, what of this mysterious scroll?
Vernon has it here.
Excellent. Best hand it over to me. Something so dangerous should not fall into the wrong hands. House Flalu can keep it safe, or destroy it if we deem it necessary. This will earn you some favor with our house. I'll even double your pay.
This one is a Gishit of morals and honor. But you said the magic words.
You've proven to be a reliable assistant.
Ooh.
Flalu values reliability. I would say it's
okay,
but this whole affair has left me with... Still, I may call upon you again in the future.
That's
double pay as promised.
Again, bear in mind this is supposed to be like a beginning quest as well. See, the level reward, the rewards are scaled up to my level, but 3 items plus gold from a quest. One of them being a set item as well. And this one takes back what he said earlier about you being a dick. Pleasure doing business. Nice chunk of XP as well. Whoa. I got some there to go. Okay. Flip. What was it? That one? No. What was it? Steed's Blessing. Rationer. Homemaker. Master Gatherer. Steed's Blessing. Yeah, let's put it into this for now. That gives me a... That one. I've got 2 points in there. 2 more to go into that, and that means 5 more, and I'll be able to slot that, and that'll give my critical damage and critical healing an increase, which will be sweet. And then this one is obviously for the moment it's just going to be armor until it gets up to about sort of 50, I think it is. That's a pretty good armor increase. Which, considering I'm primarily wearing light armor at the moment, so it's like things like that mystic tenacity. See, the ones that you really want to focus on to begin with are the ones that are more passive, but the guide I'm going for basically has picked out only 4 for each. Well, ignoring the green ones because they're more for like crafting and excavation and treasure hunting and stuff like that. So looking at the blue and the reds, each one on the blue and the red tree, there's only 4 that are equipped. So for example, it's going to be Boundless Vitality, which I have next. Rejuvenation, which is really helpful. Ironclad, which has given me a 34.6 armor per stage, and I'm at stage 36. And then siphoning spells, which means when I destroy an enemy, I get magicka back, which is very handy. And there's other ones as well here, like Hasty, for example. I think that one will probably be very helpful as well. Defiance, yeah, that's going to be very helpful, so I probably will put a few points into that eventually. Let's see, there's some more around here as well. And then left over, I will probably put into things like the Unchained and the ones that have to be slotted, just so the points are used up. Last time, yeah.
The fire.
Okay, I haven't done that one yet. Okay. The memory stone. Oh, I know this one. I can remember doing this one. This is it's not so much a sad quest, but it does have a bittersweet end to it. Like, not...
Mills, please, if you just listen.
Take care of yourself, Father. You always were good at
that. I'm in need of a strong set of legs, Traveler, and you look like one capable of protecting yourself. Will you aid an old Mer in one last task?
Of course. How can Khajiit help you?
I have an obligation to my family. No, a duty of utmost importance. But I have grown too feeble to fulfill it. If you would take this memory stone to the few places of significance in my life, I will pay you well.
What is a memory stone?
It allows one to archive memories for future generations. I hope to do this for my children, who have grown estranged. Invoke my stone at the locations I've marked on your map, and the memories I wish to archive will manifest.
Alright. Khajiit will use your memory stone as requested.
I thank you for your aid. Fewer than ever are willing to aid their elders in these troubled times. Now I suppose the distance with my children is my fault, not theirs.
Right. Yeah, this is one quest I can definitely remember doing before, and it's a good one, but it's also a bit of a sad one.
Do you make a habit of randomly accosting people while they fish?
Yes. What were you and your father arguing about?
I don't see how that's any of your business. I've nothing to say to my father or those his Telvanni master employs.
Your father works with the Telvanni?
Whatever this is about, it's no concern of mine. My father managed to leave me out of his life. He can leave me out of his problems too. You want to talk? My sister Neria works the stables. She told her. Be on your way.
And my mind's gone blank. Where's this? Go find this sergeant. Where have they gone? Oops. There you go. XP boost. Problem with NPCs that move around is that it messes up the guide tracker a little bit. Oh yes, go speak to his sister. Nope, one person. Every time I come past this place, every single time I forget this thing's here and it makes me jump. The size of that. That's a good screenshot. There's a print button. There you go. There you go.
My, you look like a well-traveled individual. If you're looking to give your mount a well-deserved rest, you've come to the right place. We know how to pamper a loyal guar in Balmoral.
That's good to know, but Khajiit wanted to speak to you about your father, if that's not too much of a problem.
My father? Oh no, has he taken a fall? Or did he ask you to do something for him? He's been declining of late, and I'm afraid he's not entirely in his right mind.
Your father is fine, as far as I can tell, but he and your brother had an argument.
Oh, Mills. He was so young when Mother passed. I've tried to explain that Father had to work to keep a roof over our heads, but it's been difficult. I raised Mills myself while Father was away, which was often. He's never forgiven Father for that.
I think you can kind of see where this quest line's going. Yeah, there we go, yeah. Now I'm back in sync.
You look like the traveling sort. In your excursions, have you perchance come upon a young dark elf named Veya? She went missing a couple of weeks ago and her father desperately seeks any information regarding her whereabouts.
Well, Khajiit does not think he has seen anyone named Veya.
That's a shame. Her father, Eris, the house counselor here in Balmoral, promises that anyone who can find his daughter and return her safely to his side will be well rewarded.
Or reward, you say? You have spoken the magic words to Khajiit. Could you provide this one with any additional information?
You should speak to Counselor Eris. He's opened the kin house to interview potential recruits. Freelancers, as it were. If you're interested, go speak to the Counselor. The longer Veya remains missing, the more distressed Counselor Eris becomes.
Well, this one we're going to speak to Counselor Eris as soon as possible.
Counselor Eris can be found at the Redoran Kin House, and do hurry. He's ever so troubled by our failure to locate young Veya. If he finds that an outsider can succeed where the House Guard has failed, so be it.
You do not seem to like the idea of the Counselor seeking help in this matter.
I have no issue with Counselor Eris seeking help. It's where he's decided to get that help that concerns me. House Redoran doesn't need outsiders to take care of its business. But who am I to question the House Counselor?
Okay, this one's going to teach you a new word. It's called xenophobic. See what I mean about the Dunmer, the Dark Elves? They're either the sort of people I would 100% get along with, or just want to slap them with a wet fish. No halfway measures. Mr. Counselor. Oops, there's something I can read on this book. Book on this desk even. Yes. Upstairs. Should have guessed really.
How can I help you?
This one is here to read stuffs. Especially the glowing letters. Nothing more there. I'm not going to steal because I know I must resist. I'm just here to help a Counselor.
Yes? Is there something I can do for you, Outlander?
Sergeant Faldus sent this one. He said you needed help finding your daughter.
My daughter has been gone too long and the house guard can't seem to find a wall in the corner. But why should I trust you with this task? Tell me, Outlander, how can you succeed when my forces continue to fail time and time again?
Well, it does seem that your daughter knows your people and their tactics. She does not know Khajiit.
An interesting insight. Perhaps you can find my daughter. Veya can handle herself, but my father worries, you understand?
Of course.
Anyway, I agree with your assessment. That's why I'm willing to bring in outside help on this.
Tell Khajiit what happened.
Veya fled after a family disagreement. She's run away before, but I'm concerned that she might have something more permanent in mind this time, and more dangerous.
Oh dear.
Veya knows how to evade the house guard, but as you said, she doesn't know you.
Alright, then we'll try to find your daughter.
Captain Briven oversees the house's attempt to locate my daughter. You should speak to him and see what his investigation has already turned up.
Okay. Where is this? It seems to be a book somewhere. Is it on this floor or is it downstairs? Yeah, it might be downstairs. Yep, so look down here first. No, but I think I've read all these. I can always come back. Yeah, so I remember this now, dropping down that area. Just coming out of here and dropping down there a few times. Captain? Excuse me, Captain Briven.
Not now, Outlander. If you need some sort of assistance, go find one of the house guard.
Counselor Eris sent this one to ask about the investigation to find his daughter.
You must be one of the freelancers the Councilor employed to supplement the duties of the house guard. Very well. I'll tell you what I know. Veya ran away. Again. I hope you can succeed when my troops have failed. If anything happens to Veya...
I believe that is Travis. Again, if not, it's somebody who sounds very much like him. Sounds like you have a personal stake in this. Again, when you talk, I'm going to just close my eyes to focus on the voice.
I've known the Relith family since I was a child. Veya is like a sister to me, and I'll do everything in my power to get her home safe and sound. Even trust an outlander. We think her friends may know where she is, but they keep eluding us.
If it's not him, then it's someone doing, someone channeling that sort of person. Honestly, whoever it is, it's a very good voice actor, very deep, bassy, and I love it. But maybe her friends will be less suspicious if Valen approaches them. It could also be someone who grew up in roughly the same sort of area, so they would have similar sort of speech patterns.
Perhaps. As long as you don't get too close. They've been running notes of late. I think it has something to do with Veya, but the runners keep evading my guards. Look for a group meeting on the other side of town, and see if you can follow the note.
Understood. Okay, I think with this bit coming up, I think I'm going to have to do a stealthy bit of follow the target type thing. Again, if that's not Travis, it's someone who comes from the same, which is entirely possible. But you know what? They're doing a good enough job.
Get this letter to Travis. It's important. Just don't let House Redoran get their hands on it.
Oops.
If you think you're being followed, find a place to hide.
Imbibe.
Good luck.
Put your cares
Okay, there you go. I've got to keep my eye on that runner now. Without... So that should be far enough. Okay, now he's got the note now. They've swapped it over. Oh, that's good. A bit of a handoff. I like it. This is well organised. Shit, where did he go? Okay, he's handed it off to that person. I think it's that one there. I had a 50-50 chance.
Work builds character, they say.
Okay, I can't go too close. Right, she's going over the bridge. Okay, and now she's hanging her right. Let's wait here. Okay, now she's going back that way. She's going down into the tavern. Okay. Good. Hello.
Well done. This should help us determine what happened to Veya's brother.
Travis.
Hello, can I help you? Wait a moment. You're one of those hirelings House Redoran pays to harass us simple folk. Look, all Veya wants to do is to find out what happened to her brother. Too bad the house doesn't seem to care a swit about any of that.
I'm not entirely sure what swit means, but I'm pretty sure it's not a nice word. Councillor Eris just wants to find his daughter. Would a note you received help this one accomplish that?
Veya wants nothing to do with the house or her father. Why can't any of you respect that? Even if I wanted to help, I haven't seen Veya since she snuck out of town. We communicate by notes, and this one isn't even about her.
Well, what is a note about then?
Well, if you must know, it concerns Veya's brother. He was an officer in the House Guard before he vanished without a trace. We've been trying to help Veya find him.
Who are you delivering this information to if you are not in contact with Veya?
A local tough. Goes by the name of Ashur. He delivers the letters. We usually meet him outside of town to the northeast. But good luck trying to get any information out of him. Ashur is not known for his conversational skills.
Oh, don't worry. This one can be very persuasive.
I think we're done here, don't you? I told you where to find Ashur. He's been passing our notes on to Veya. Just to the north and east, outside of town. Or is this your way of offering to save me a trip, since you're headed his way?
So what my dog? Oh, there it is. My dog. No, my dog's eyes are glowing. Like, I have a demon dog as a pet. And Cujo, get off the table. Excuse me, brother. Then again, I also do have a sort of massive demon dog as a mount as well, so you know. Okay, let's go and find
You killed one of my gang, Swit. No writ will protect you from us.
Feeling
That's
left
it.
out?
Kill the Morag Tog and any witnesses.
I'll just take my leave. No use getting my axe bloody again.
Wait, did I just hear Morag Toll?
Heal me!
I didn't know. We know somebody who works for that organisation, don't we, children? I don't think it's her, though. Oh, that's someone else.
Fancy meeting you here. Been a while since Hakoshe, hasn't it? I had that situation under control, by the way. Just needed them to make the first hostile move. Still, I cleaned enough blood off my axes for one day, so thanks for lending a hand.
God, the arrogance. The lad was taught to meet you out here.
You were you? Was it Melissa? I told her I'd close out my tab after I completed another contract. That woman has the patience of an anxious Nyx. Well, tell her I'm good for it. I'll stop by and we can conclude our business cordially.
Alright. I see what you're trying to insinuate there, especially with that smirk on your face, but unfortunately no, because it is here but Veya.
Veya? The new apprentice? Now why in Oblivion do you care about Veya?
Because you're just trying to find her.
Are you now? And why do you want to do that? Never mind, I don't really care. I was asked to pass along some notes, but I'm not really the messenger type. I suggest you talk to Veya's mentor. Last I heard, she had a job in the Western Ruins.
Well, that's a big place to start looking for. Thank you.
Make sure you don't anger Veya's mentor, or even look at her the wrong way. She's grown surprisingly protective of that young woman, and if she thinks you pose a danger... Besides, I'd hate to see you wind up on the wrong end of one of our writs.
Thank you for your concern. Because I don't like these things. They annoy me. Yes. Oh, got some wax.
Oh, Gilan, look! A Dwemer gear. It's in remarkably good condition.
Yes, wonderful. I'll mark it down.
And here, another. Could these have fallen off the ruins?
Yes, that is peculiar.
Is something the matter, dear? You seem distracted today.
Oh, nothing's the matter. I'm nervous.
Whatever for. If anything attacks us, I'll protect you.
I'm not nervous about an attack, Bravura. It's just... well... there's no good way to say this.
What?
He's proposing!
Are you serious?
That's... not the response I hoped for.
Gilan, of course I'll marry you. I love you. I just expected something more dramatic.
Well, I planned to propose at the falls, but today we didn't go to the falls. I had to improvise.
And this is why you've been so nervous.
Yep.
Yes. Wait. Did you just agree to marry me?
Yes, Gilan. 12 times yes. My dear, distracted, adorable archivist, I will marry you.
That's wonderful!
Isn't it?
Oh, Bravura, you won't regret this. You are the stars to my sky.
Did you just come up with that?
Well, no. I've been saving it for the right time.
So that's... if you get... obviously he's going through his most precious memories, the ones that mean a lot to him. So obviously the day he proposed to his wife, the mother of his children, makes a lot of sense. It's like, yeah, I was going to propose at the fall, but we didn't go there. I had to improvise. Yeah, it's quite cute and adorable. I think this is one of the reasons why this quest line had stuck in my memory, because of
How could anyone, let alone
it's got some very nice little cutscenes,
It's scandalous.
and it's in that category of, all right, who's cutting onions? I think these are the sort of ones that sort of convince me that, you know, you don't need to have a game that's all about, you know, every single quest is something epic, like saving someone's life. Sometimes it's just reuniting a family or giving a dying dark elf his last request. I think that's what I've seen a lot of RPGs forget that. Sometimes you don't need every single quest to be big and epic. Some of the most memorable ones are ones where you're helping the, what I'm going to call the regular people, which is a bit demeaning, but you know what I mean. You know, the non-heroes, the ones who are just trying to live their lives day to day. No, that isn't that one.
Fascinating. I wonder how long it's lain undisturbed.
It could be years, decades even.
I'd hoped to find more Dwemer relics, but I suppose the view is inspiring.
It certainly is.
Flatterer. You can see this view anywhere now, can't you?
And yet I never grow tired of looking.
Speaking of looking, we should start viewing larger homes.
What's wrong with our current home?
It's rather small, isn't it?
It's cozy. Just enough room for you and me.
And you don't see how that could be...
Oh, this guy's dense.
No?
Well, you've done a lot more than look since we married, dear.
At houses? Wait. Bravura?
Yes?
You're pregnant?
That happens when one enjoys the view, doesn't it?
Wonderful! I'm going to be a father!
Yes, dear. Yes, you are.
We need a new house with a real kitchen and a second bedroom. Perhaps even 3 bedrooms?
One step at a time, dear.
I can see why he picked that memory. That's a good memory. Although unfortunately, we all kind of know how this is going to end. The problem with games like this, when it's like you're dealing with memories and things, is like, yeah, you know, this is not going to end in a good way.
Open your eyes. Please, open your eyes.
Are they gone?
Yes. You fought them off.
Oh, good. Dying for nothing would have been embarrassing.
You're not going to die. I won't allow it.
That's ambitious of you.
I can mend more than a scraped knee. You'll see. Just don't move.
That feels better.
I told you. You're still bleeding. Just a little more. I can save you. I will save you.
Take care of the children. For me. Promise.
We'll take care of them together.
Promise me.
I will, I promise. But keep your eyes open.
I wish I could.
Bravura!
You've made these years so wonderful.
Bravura! Bravura!
Yeah. So that's how she passed.
Your wife signed a contract, Gilan. She did not complete it.
But she died.
And now the crystals she was to procure for me have been acquired by my rival.
I've lost the mother of my children.
Your failings are not my problem.
We don't have enough money to pay you back.
Then we will sell your house.
We can't do that. Master, please. My children
may purchase their own dwelling with their own money.
Nari's only just turned 8, and Mills...
Oh.
You would offer an alternative?
What can I offer you?
I understand you have some aptitude for magic. You will serve me.
But my children
will remain in your home so long as you do not violate our contract.
But who will raise them? When will I see them?
You will see them when I don't need you. Or would you rather see them in the street?
No, of course not. Thank you, Master Drenham. I will serve you.
You sign your contract today.
And that's what the daughter was talking about. Him being away from home since mother died. And of course the son, not being really old enough to understand what was going on, just thought he was being an absentee father and grew up hating him, not realizing what he sacrificed to basically let them live. Pretty much everything.
Were you able to recover my memories? It's important they understand.
This one collected the memories you asked him to do so. Are there any more?
No, thank you. You've recovered everything I need to explain.
See how...
to talk with my children. I'm not sure my heart could endure any more of this. It feels like losing her all over again. Please, could you do this old man one last favor?
What is it you need?
Ask my children to come visit me. I feel like I can finally leave them with the answers I've never been able to provide. Tell Neria we need to talk about her mother. As for Mills, if he hesitates, tell him it's about the estate, his inheritance.
Where can this one find them? Although I think I know I can find them.
Neria works at the stables. She's always been good with guar, something she inherited from her mother. Mills will likely be fishing on the canal for dinner. He's always kept them both fed. I'm so proud of both of them. I wish they understood.
Khajiit will find them. Okay. I believe he's down here. There he is. Doing a bit of fishing. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, you've returned to bother me again.
Your father needs to speak with you. It is about your mother.
I have nothing to say to that man. What is it about I don't want to talk about my father that you can't understand?
He also said this was about your inheritance.
I don't want his money any more than I want his apologies. Does that man really think he can buy me off after ignoring me my entire life? Leave me alone.
Dude.
I need someone to listen to his excuses. Ask Neria to do it.
It's... Okay. Does your sister not deserve your support?
Oh, you just don't give up, do you? Fine. I'll endure another few moments with my absentee father. For her. Just let me set aside the fish I've caught today first.
Understood. Yeah, this is, like I said, this is not exactly a what you would call fun fun quest, but it's also at the same time I'm happy to do it. Ah, yes, I can see what's happened. A big thing.
Back again? Father hasn't been an undue burden to you, I hope.
Your father has been fine, but he needs to speak with you. It is about your mother.
My mother? Father rarely mentions her. I can tell how painful it is for him to recall her, even after all these years. I was young when she passed, but my memories are pleasant. Did he say what this is about? What did he have you doing?
She'd helped him recover memories from his younger days.
How odd. Father always was dabbling in magic. Often it seemed like he had time for little else, though I know he did it to take care of us. Still, I'd better check up on him. I imagine Mills wants nothing to do with this. I'll ensure he joins us.
You don't need to worry, because she persuaded him to join us.
No one persuades Mills to do anything. I'm quite impressed. That will certainly save me a trip. I suppose I should head home straight away.
Okay. Scuttle, scuttle, scuttle. Why do you think scuttles always cracks me up? This is a leg. Scuttle, 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 scuttle. I don't believe I have to go into here.
The master went upstairs to rest. He did not wish to be disturbed until you arrived.
Let's go.
Ah, good evening.
He's still your father.
He has an odd way of showing it.
Mills has come to visit.
Oh, Shazbud.
Father? Father!
Getting to the end of a...
Oh, Father. I suppose you're with Mother
Couldn't
at
resist
last.
disappointing me one last time. Good riddance.
Dude. You know what? I wish I could just take this memory stone and put it straight in your brain. You did not see what he had to give up to save you and your sister's life, you little shit.
If only I'd come sooner.
Someone is sorry for your loss.
Thank you. We all knew this was coming. That doesn't make it any easier to bear. My father was a good man, even if Mills never got to see it. Why is he so obsessed with that stone?
Excuse me.
You said he had you store his memories inside it?
And it worked. Thank you very much. Good test. This one is going to say yes. He wanted you to view his memories.
I'm almost afraid to do so. What couldn't he just say
Not
to
bad,
us
Bill.
all this time? Still, these were his last wishes. Thank you for making that possible.
What? A ghost?
No. Not a ghost.
Mills. I so regret not being there as you grew up. What I could never tell you is why my life was not my own.
Shh, Mills. I think this is a memory.
Soon, I'll be able to share the truth with you. To share everything with you. Thanks to the efforts of this kind traveler, I have archived my memories on this stone. I hope one day you will find it in your hearts to forgive me and find the father and mother you never had. Here, I love you. I have always loved you. You've both made me so proud.
Father.
Why? Why couldn't you just fade away like you always do? Why couldn't you just let me forget you?
Because it's not just about him, Mills, or you. It's about all of us. Our family, together at last.
So, walk out. Leave them to their grief. Yeah, that was a fun little quest in a way, but at the same time, that I can understand why he was angry, but at the same time, it's like, dude, just the newbie TSO, but it's better to do this. It's a different style of game. I honestly, I think you may have just missed it before you turned up, but I was saying how this game has got so many like little side quests that are not about saving the world. I mean, obviously there are, you know, the big ones like taking down dragons, saving the world, stopping reality from merging into another, all that kind of nonsense. But it's also like the little side quests or the side chains. Like we had one where we was helping a Argonian realise that she was basically trying to rise up the ranks of her house too fast. And it's like this one as well, where you've just had the, you know, seen that basically this Dark Elf's life story. You know, him meeting the love of his life, proposing to her, finding out she was pregnant and seeing her being killed, and then realising that her boss basically owned her contract, and if he didn't do what he says, his family was basically going to be homeless. And it's little things like that that's turned it from me from being a good game into a great game. And this is probably one of the few MMOs that I have played over the years where I've not had to do any grinding. There is grinding ways you can do things, but there's so many quests to do, so many things to do, that it doesn't feel like a grind. I mean, yes, granted, if I want to push up achievements and things like that, I can go out and do a grind if I want to. But just by following the quests, I mean the game's huge. The game is ridiculously huge now. This sort of show. This is the current area. Now ignore the little blobs on the map because that's just from one of my add-ons that I've put on. But this is the game now, including Artaeum, which is a Cold Harbour, which is like one of the quests are on different scales. The more personal ones tend to. Indeed, yeah, it's probably one of the few games, and I think you've nailed it there. Is that this is probably one of the few games that actually feels more like an RPG rather than an MMO, if that makes sense. Just I love playing Guild Wars and World of Warcraft. It felt more like an MMO rather than an RPG. Whereas this feels more like an RPG with MMO elements, if that makes sense. I mean, plus you've got like this, I mean, the next expansion is due out, I think, in a couple of months now. And it's basically the Oblivion expansion. I mean, not long ago I did the Dark Brotherhood, did the Thieves Guild stuff. I've done Elsewhere, I've done the base campaign. This is the first proper big expansion of the game. I'm just had to do it in a weird way because of the way the game was set up. But there's so much coming that I am really, really hyped for. Like the companion system, that's going to make things so much fun. That really is. It's not going to be exactly like the companions that you get in Skyrim, but it's going to be in that same sort of way. I know that a lot of people, when this game first came out, and admit this was, you know, quite a few years ago, we were like, oh, this is like Skyrim. No, it's not like Skyrim. It's its own game. It is the Elder Scrolls. It just happens to be set in the same world. It has, yes, obviously the same elements in it. It has Khajiit, obviously. It has dragons, Argonians and all that stuff. Like, the towns are roughly the same. The scale's not the same for obvious reasons, you know, MMO compared to standalone game. But you've got things like Skyrim's in it. There's Cold Harbours in it. We're in literally Morrowind in Vardenfell and things like that. I was doing like a quest the other day. I was doing some archaeology and I went all the way down to Merkmire. It's a lovely little area. And yes, Nernroot as well. They exist. There we go. You pre-order TSO, the launch times were hard. Oh, gods, yes. Yeah, I'm not going to completely, you know, go mega fanboy, but the launch wasn't great. The launch was not great. It's the only time I really notice any sort of lag issues now. Now, granted, I do have loads of mods on as well, so that does affect it too. But it's when I go to this area here, But that's because there's a lot of people here. Because this is one of the best crafting areas in the entire game, where all the crafting stations are together, where you can drop off the quest things are there. You've also got some apartment areas. You've got, teleporters. You've got stable masters, all in this small area. So that does cause a bit of lag. But this is the only time, especially on my new PC as well, that I've actually encountered lag. And even then, it's not that bad. But when the game started, it was. Also, the changes they have made over the years have improved it. I wish the game was like, in terms of like stability and things like that, the way it is now when it was launched, because it would just still be amazing. I mean, there's a reason why this Final Fantasy XIV are probably the only 2 MMOs I play on the regular. Well, I'm missing something, can I? Oh, yep, I know. Yes, my what it was. There you go. I have some cake. That's good. Yeah, nice little buff there.
Leave me, Outlander. Let me die in the shame I've brought to Malakath. Defeated by a lone warrior. Malakath will laugh at our incompetence.
Something I've noticed as well is that the armor and the costumes in this game, they've really added a lot. They've added set items, they've added buildings as well. You get regular things where you can like earn stuff in the games, and there's events coming in. And the game, I would say when it was first launched, was probably a 6.5, out of 5 in terms of launches. Now it's an 8. Edging up to an 8.5. Obviously, I am biased, so take that into consideration. But for me, yeah. Yeah, might as well. Yeah, send me. I can't remember what my. Oh, you say that about playing together in a mutually beneficial way. If you. Let me just get this quest first, and I'll explain it. So let's go down. Okay.
She's just one woman! Get inside the ruins and stop her!
The way that grouping works is that there is no penalty for someone who is I'm now at championship level 781. I can team up with a low-level sorcerer, and I can help you. Like, it won't be I walk in and suddenly destroy everything just by looking at them. I'll still have to put up a bit of a fight. But as long as you tag them for at least some damage, you will get credit for it. The downside is that some quests and some areas will be instance and only open if you've done certain quest change. I mean, for the moment, I'm in Vardenfell. When you start a game, you tend to start in the latest area. So, which I think for the at the moment is the Skyrim area. So it's like once you do like the newbie quest, you end up being, I think, like over here, like in Western Skyrim, I think. Like, now the question is, what is my character? I can't remember what my profile is. What is it? I've been to, wasn't it? Okay, there you go. I will paste it into chat. Okay, let's see if this will work. That might be used to this way. GMREPHI. See, I know GM Rafi from Twitch and stuff, and he's helped me out with some streaming things in the past, so oops. Oh, no, I know what I have to do. Ah, there we go. Yes, did it in all spots. It's been a while since I've done this. Okay. There you go. I forgot this is the filters. Yep. Yeah. I've done that loads of times. I had to clear out this old list, and it's like, how do I do? And then I realise it even tells me right down the bottom. I have to press the E button first. I'm a twit. That's it. That should. So request should come in. Where's the other thing as well? There we go. Yeah. There we go. So if I go back onto this, it should show me. There we go. Oh, you're in Stonefalls. Okay. You're part of the Ebon Heart Pact? Oh. Delete friendship. Stonefalls. Okay, Stonefalls is... Again, I'm going to use my mod stuff here. Are you playing on a PC just out of curiosity? Or are you playing on an old console? Because I think there's crossplay on this. I think. Okay. If you like adding mods, I'm going to send you a link to a place that I go to. And even if you don't want to do all of them, there's a few there that really, really help. Have a look at that. It's called ESO UI. And there's lots of good mods on there because you don't have to use them. They're all entirely optional, but depending upon what you want to do, there's things that tell you where all the different sky shards are, which give you skill points. There's things which tell you where different books are, which will help you. Okay, no worries. But yeah, check out that. Check out that. Yeah, the sky shards are in here as well, and for every 3 you get a skill point. And there's loads of them. So yeah, you are here, Stonefalls, which is, where is it? I think it's up here. Oh no, that's Stonefalls. God, my map is so cluttered with things at the moment. It's I've been busy. I've been a busy Khajiit. Yeah, if ever I'm on, and I play on generally on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and if you're in the area, you're more than welcome to pop along. But if not, there's a few things I can do. But yeah, definitely give that link a look. Tuesdays and Thursdays, yeah, this has become my main game now. So it's pretty much going to be what I'm going to be playing for now until I get bored, which hasn't happened yet. Okay. Now I'm wondering if this is who I think this is. If this is who I think this is in here, I am going to be very happy. Malakap is a weak but vengeful god. The Dark Elf says he is Malak, the god king of the orcs. It is. It is who I think it was. I've just seen who the guide tells me I'm going to go and speak to.
Let the assassin come. I'm tired of running and she doesn't frighten me.
It is. Please, is this one? Hello, wife.
You're not what I expected to find in a place like this. You have a habit of turning up at the most unusual moments, don't you, hero?
Yes, it is who you think it is. Well, Velen came to find you to ask you.
Questions? I don't have time for questions. I have a writ to complete. Look, I can't keep these evil cultists waiting. You want to talk? Find me after I finish this job.
Oh, don't worry. Velen will find you.
Hero, we really need to stop meeting like this.
So I told you. My favourite NPC in the entire game. Who has heavily hinted that she is interested in this.
Little assassin? Or is the Morag tongue too scared to meet the powerful snag face to face?
Oh, you just pissed off the wrong person. And it's not Khajiit.
There she is. Surround her. Cut her apart.
What do you think the odds are that one time we get there, she's just going to be standing there surrounded by dead bodies? Yes, let her have her fun.
Excuse me, hero. I have to see an orc about a writ.
I know. Go do your thing.
Don't kill me. I didn't mean to interfere with House Telvanni's plans. I made a mistake.
A mistake? Well, that explains everything. I'll just let the Telvanni know. I'm sure Mage Valian will understand.
Oh, that's a relief. I thought for sure you were going to kill
I use the add-on manager. Oh, good move. Yes, I use the add-on manager. It's called Minion.
This is a new outfit too. Ah well. I suppose we ought to discuss what you're doing here.
It makes things so much easier because then once you've set it up, it automatically checks for updates for the individual add-ons. Some of the add-ons are on the older side and haven't been updated for a while, but they still work. You just have to go into the, it'll be like, where is it, add-ons thing, and click on this, allow out-of-date add-ons. Like this one, Cookery Riz, hasn't been updated for a while, but to be fair, it doesn't need to be updated for a while. So they haven't just updated the this works with this particular version of the game number. The game itself the mod still works perfectly fine. It's just because of that, the core game thinks it's out of date. So if you find you have issues, have a look on this bit, the add-ons thing, and make sure, let's see, some of those I've turned off. If anything is in red, have a look at it. Like libraries as well, you may need to install some of those, but the each individual add-on page will tell you what you need to install and things like that. It looks like there's a lot, but some of those are just only used by like literally one bit. So they're just like second files, so you don't have to worry too much about those. Yeah, check these as well. And that's about it, really. Naryu.
I have to admit, when I saw you, I thought, what the tusk are you doing down here? Pardon my Orcish. Did you really follow me across the continent? That shows commitment. Kind of creepy, but still a lot of commitment.
Oh dear. I really wish we could have her as a permanent companion for the Oblivion setup. Valen is looking for Councillor Eris's daughter, Veya.
Oh, that's not what I expected. But you can just turn around and leave. You're not going to find her. Veya's going through a difficult time right now. And the last thing she needs is some house-brethren lackey adding to her pain and confusion.
You know Khajiit, Naryu. He just wants to assure them that their father, that Veya's safe.
I know you, hero. It's old man Eris I don't trust. He didn't tell you about Veya's brother, did he? How House Redron exiled their favorite son.
No, he didn't.
Didn't think so. Veya deserves answers, and I promise to help her. You need to just walk away.
If it does not let this one help, it will have to deal with others. They are hiring outsiders to find Veya.
Outsiders? Is her father really that desperate? Look, tell Eris that Veya's safe and you'll see her soon, but no more outsiders. If my organization gets skittish, they'll return to the shadows and take Veya with them. They'll only deal with you.
Understandable. Okay. Is all that really true? You will set up a meeting with Veya?
Well, it's not exactly a lie, and I don't want things to get out of hand. I'll arrange a meeting, provided Veya agrees. You let Eris know she's safe. Get him to stop hiring freelancers before someone gets hurt. I'll send word when we're ready.
I love that persuade option. The persuade option is basically the flirt option, so hell yeah, I'm taking this. And this is kind of how Khajiit imagine. Okay, we're right. Yeah, the problem with the Khajiit add-on, sometimes it gets the grammar a bit messed up, but this is not how Khajiit imagined our next reunion turning out.
Ah, were you imagining a hot bath, a bottle of wine, and a secluded cottage with a roaring fire?
Yes.
Me too. Instead, we're up to our armpits in the usual muck and mire, just like old times. All this, and things are looking up for my organization, too.
Now, I know who our organization is, but...
I suppose if you're in for a sliver, you might as well be in for the log. I'm with the Morag Tong, and what you witnessed was a legal murder. According to my writ, the orc had to die. So, I killed him. Now, if you don't mind, I need to get back to Veya.
we both know what group I did some business with in the past, but we won't talk too much about that. Why do you care what happens to Veya?
Veya and I have a history. Her brother, too. They were good kids. Liked to watch me train. Now I feel responsible for her. When she came to me looking for help and asked to join the Morag Tong, who was I?
Oh! So Veya's wanting to join the Morag Tong. Interesting. Did not see that one coming. Please dodge this one. You let her join?
That was her decision, not mine. Veya's good with a blade and tracks like a Nord Ranger. She's a natural at this, and it gives me a chance to keep an eye on her. So now I'm her mentor and she's my apprentice. I wouldn't have it any other way.
All right then. But George Khajiit, what was it that between you and the Malakath cultists?
That was poetry in motion. Not only is my organization getting choice assignments again, but we're starting to recover some of our prestige. Specifically, these Malakath cultists interfered with House Telvanni, so they had to be dealt with.
And that oak you just killed?
Oh, him? No one special. Just the leader of this particular band of mad cultists. His name was on the writ, so I had to end him. It's what I do, after all, and I do it so well.
Oh, there's no arguments for me on that one. I must bid you adieu. Until next time. This one needs a cold shower. Every interaction with her is just like, yep. And self. Like, yep, you could destroy me. And I'd be okay with that. Okay. Back to the kin house.
The Telvanni can't be
Oh, that freaking made me jump.
You're talking about that slave revolt?
Really did it sounded like it was right in my ear. Okay, where's the... Oh, hello. Of course I had 2 steps to choose from and I picked the wrong one. Derp. Right, let's go and speak to the counsellor. Probably not going to be that happy.
May I help you?
I need to speak to the counsellor.
I'm surprised to see you back here, but I'm also relieved. Does this mean you have news about my daughter? Is she safe? Is she ready to come home?
Veya's safe. She's joined the Morag Tong, and they are arranging a meeting.
Veya? Join that cult of assassins? I was afraid she'd do something rash. What was she thinking? I don't see the Morag Tong as safe, but at least she's still alive. So, I suppose that's something.
They'll give us some...
When are we going to meet with my daughter?
Not us. Just this one. But tell me, what happened to Veya's brother?
She won't meet with me? No, I suppose she's not ready for that quite yet.
Not yet.
As for Veya's brother, that was all the doing of the Redoran Council. I'm not allowed to discuss the details, but he's still alive, if that's what Veya is worried about.
Nariel said to call off. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, thank you for the bits. Yeah, you too. You have a good night. Nariel said to call off the other freelancers or she'll take Veya and disappear, and I believe her. For many reasons.
Nariel's back in town? She's as stubborn as Veya.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. No other outsiders. Although I can't dismiss the mercenaries that Captain Brivin employs. House Redoran is my life, as is Veya. I'll do everything in my power to see her home safely.
Your daughter is safe. Just let this one handle this, and he will try to get them home to meet with you.
As you say. No other outsiders. But there are rules, Outlander. I must do everything within reason to maintain the honor of House Redoran.
Of course.
Here, your first payment. Soon, however, I'll expect more than just a verbal confirmation of Veya's safety.
That is perfectly understandable.
When next you see her, tell my daughter that I want to talk to her. Veya can set the terms, but I expect her to stop running away when things don't go her way.
Velen will convey the message, but he needs to know exactly what you and Veya argued about.
Veya has always felt shackled by the rules of House Redoran, hobbled by the many duties and obligations it presses upon its subjects. After the situation involving her brother, she decided she wanted nothing more to do with the house, or with me.
So your strict observance of rules and obligations caused this rift between you and your daughter?
That may be an oversimplification, but I suppose your statement is accurate. I walk a narrow path between House Counselor and loving father. Unfortunately, the former often supersedes the latter. That's why I want to speak to Veya again.
I see. Don't quite understand, but I think I'm starting to see. Velen will try to arrange a meeting as soon as he can. So it's like seeing another Dark Elf.
Honor and service.
And you, who has been caught between a rock and a hard place. Like, he wants to be in Veya's life. He wants to do everything right by her, but those who are, shall we say, controlling the purse strings, who are basically capable of making his life a living hell, are like, you have to do this.
Well, look at that. Now you said I'd find you here, and damn it all if she wasn't right.
Yes, she was.
Did I mention how much I hate being a messenger? Makes me wish I had a writ so I could kill something. Anyway, Nayu wants to talk to you. Said you'd know what it was all about.
Alright, where does Velen need to go?
Here. This should explain everything, sort of. It's a map. We change locations every other day for security reasons. Just in case it falls into the hands of House Redoran or someone else with an axe to grind with our organization.
What does he do with this?
Never had to use a map before. Amateurs. This one leads to a key to one of our safe houses.
I see.
It's a particular town. Kind of like this one. Hint, hint. The rest? Well, you'll have to figure that out on your own.
Okay. So basically it's like a security within a security within security. Okay.
Look, I know you're helping Councillor Eris, but if that map falls into House Redoran hands, I'll probably have to kill you. Nothing personal, mind you. We're already having a bit of trouble with the house, and we'd rather not make matters worse.
Okay, I'm going to have to ask him this one. You always carry messages for Naryu?
What are you implying? Can't a person do something nice to help out an ally every now and again? Oh, who am I kidding? I hate playing the messenger. Haven't you ever done something you hate because it was the right thing to do?
Now, these three options are perfect because each one of them is good. Like, all the time, no or Khajiit must go. I'm going to go with Khajiit must go. Technically, I've not answered the question. Right. Now, okay, I'm going to try not to use the guide for this bit, even though I know where this is. So, it's by the river, near the boat, underneath what looks like an ooring, sort of like an overhang. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that up to there. There we go. I say I know where this is. Also, the guide there does help a little bit, but you can see that there's the boat. So go down the steps, and it's roughly there. So there's the boat. And it will be around here. And now look. See? There we go. Broken crate. So now that is looks like around by the butt side of a tree. Okay, so the question is what tree? Big. I think it's. Well, does it mean that big tree? I mean, looking at it. It's not that one. Nope. I know it's into me over here, but I want to just try and make an attempt at deciphering the map. Okay, yep, oh yep, I can see it. Yeah, there's the little sticky out bit. Oh, hello. Hold on. Kitty incoming. Come in. Come on. Come on. Hi. Hello. You've been asleep most of the afternoon, haven't you? You gonna get comfortable so I can continue playing ESO, or are you just gonna sit there looking at me all cute? Come on. Mind your butt. Mind your butt. Yes, sir. I love you too, but you need to sit down so I can play the game. She's been a pain in the butt. Oh. There we go. Okay. Okay. So it looks like it's going to be down there. Oh, look. There's the abandoned cellar. Let's go to that. Will you get... No. Oh, no. On my lap. Not there, because I can't... Okay. Pain in the butt. Oh. Oh my... She has a cat. Oh my god. There's a kitty. That's an in-game kitty, by the way.
Sorry about all the subterfuge, but we can't be too careful when it comes to security around here.
This one can meet with Veya now?
Don't be so eager, my darling. It reveals too much about your ultimate intentions. But yes, Veya would very much like to meet with you. You intrigue her, and your connection to her father could prove beneficial once she knows she can trust you.
And how does Valen prove she can trust this one?
Redwin records. House officials keep track of everything. Incidents, commendations, births and deaths. Whether important or mundane, they detail it all in their registry. Veya believes the registry contains information about her brother Uruan.
Well, forgive Valen for asking, but does she want this one to steal the House Redoran registry?
Don't sound so offended. You had to know your hands were going to get dirty eventually. You are dealing with assassins and politicians, after all.
Very true.
The local keeper of records, Lord Drano, is away, so security at his townhouse should be light.
Yes, we both know I've done some very questionable things in the past, but still the registry from Lord Drano's townhouse. Got it. Kitty.
You can find Lord Drano's townhouse right here in Balmora. He's away on business, but that doesn't mean you don't have to be careful. Just get in, get the registry, and get back out again. I'll be here, anxiously awaiting your return.
This one is a cold shower again. Damn it. She's doing it on purpose. She's been a tease. But this one's into dead. Okay. Alright. So. Let's go up here. Squat down. Make sure no one can see this one breaking in. Just double check. Okay. Oh, that could have gone. Yeah, I can see the guard there. I see you. Okay, so you're going backwards and forwards from there to there. Okay, so once she goes back to over there, then I will get out and then peg it down those steps. I'm not here to kill. I'm here to acquire something. Okay. Where is it? Oh, it's right downstairs. Okay.
The guard is on its way, intruder.
Oh shit. So. Nope. Oh god. Yep. Oh, they've spotted me. They've spotted me. Please tell me that's not... Oh my god. I wasn't sure that would work, but I thought it was worth a shot. Oh my god, that was worth it. Where did he go? I just see him dive into that basket and then he just disappeared. It is a mystery. Where did he go? Oh, that's hilarious. Must have been the wind. Oh, that's hilarious. Where did you last see him? He last went into that basket and then who knows where he went. Probably gonna get one of the guards accost me because I've got a bounty, which is fair. Actually, you know what? That should go off in about 4 minutes, so if I can keep myself away from a guard for the next 4 minutes. And all will be good. Did you run into any trouble? Also, this is like a... I'm digging her training chambers. Also, the fact you've got a kiddie up there. This one approves.
Still alive, I see.
Barely.
And since you're here, that means you weren't captured and hauled off to a Redoran dungeon.
Almost.
Were you able to acquire the registry? Does it contain any information about Veya's brother, Uruan?
I didn't get a chance to read it, but not properly. But the book did mention something that somebody named Uruan was stripped of his rank and exiled.
Uruan was exiled? That can't be right. He's an exemplary officer and a good man. Plus, he's the son of a counselor. Why in Oblivion would House Redoran banish one of their brightest stars?
That's what it says in the registry.
I can see that. There has to be more to the story, but I'm not sure how we get it. Still, you proved you could be trusted, and you admirably performed this task. So I suppose I should let you meet with Veya now.
Where is she?
There's an abandoned cave along the coast. It's in the swamp and smells like rot, which makes it the perfect place to hide. Veya's supposed to wait inside, but she's bored. I know she's been sneaking out. You'll find her in the cave or just outside.
Well, Khajiit will go to the swamp and talk to Veya.
Get to the swamp and find Veya. She's eager for any information about her brother, so she's really going to appreciate getting that registry. Just try not to be too charming when you meet her hero. She has enough distractions as it is.
Oh my. This place looks comfortable. Why hide Veya out in the swamp?
Veya would face too many temptations here in Balmora. Friends, favorite places, familiar sights and sounds.
Yeah.
Not to mention the proximity to all things House Redoran. Even the most thick-headed house guard would eventually stumble.
I was trying to kill time for some of my bounty rounds then. Well, this one thanks you for trusting him with your secret hiding places. Okay, that sounded disgusting and slightly lewd.
Oh, don't thank me, hero. As long as you're useful and don't betray us, then we're engaged in a mutually beneficial arrangement. Cross us in any way, however, and you'll never see my blade before it plunges into your heart.
Forgive Velen for asking, but why does Veya keep sneaking out of the cave?
Veya's young, bored, and stubborn. That makes for a volatile combination. She wants fresh air and freedom. I can't blame her for that.
Still can't believe that basket thing worked.
I blame her for assuming I'm not aware of her little excursions. I thought I trained her better than that.
Do you think she's in any danger?
Danger's a relative term, especially when you're dealing with relatives. Veya can make her own decisions. If she wants to risk getting caught by House Redren, that's on her head, especially since she knows they've been searching that area.
Do you know Veya's brother well?
Well enough. Uruan and Veya used to sneak out to watch me train. I have a way with blades that fascinated them to no end. Eventually, our fondness developed between the three of us. And to think, I never even had a nick sound growing up.
Does not being in the Morak tongue make such relationships difficult? Oh.
It's not like personal relationships are against the rules, though I suppose they are sort of frowned upon.
That's a good sign.
My assignments always brought me back to Vardenfell, so we were able to keep in touch and visit even as they grew older.
And do you not think Uruan could do something terrible enough to warrant exile?
Anything's possible, but the Uruan I know holds honor above all else. I can't believe he'd do something so dishonorable that the house leaders would demand his exile. We need to find out more about what happened.
Okay. And even though there's lots of loot here, Khajiit will be good. And not steal things. That would be very bad. Especially as he has probably one of the few people who could legitimately end my life in a very painful way.
If I had a gold piece for every lowlife I had to deal with, I'd be rich. I'll settle for the bounty.
Khajiit has powerful friends.
Go. But remember, I'll be watching you, Swit.
Although I haven't said that the gold was the gold fine was 69 gold. With nice. It's more the principle of things. Oh, at least my bounty's now clear. Right, gone to the swamp.
And you're sure it's Veya? House Redren isn't emptying its coffers so you can chase your own tails out here.
You pay the war claws well, because the war claws are the best there is. We have the kitten's scent. It's just a matter of time before my warriors catch her.
Of course, Ferhara. Just make sure she doesn't get out of the swamp. I'll take my soldiers and guard the eastern paths, in case she eludes your warriors again. The Councilor's lackey. I understand you've made significant progress in your search for Veya. As a matter of fact, so have we. This whole ordeal will be over soon, and then you can be on your way, Outlander.
Over? What makes you say that?
My mercenaries have spotted Veya skulking about the northern portion of the swamp. Between my soldiers and Ferhara's war claws, the Councilor's daughter will soon be home safe and sound.
This one would like to know, what do you know about Uruan's exile?
Veya's brother. It's a sad story. Killed one of his own soldiers to protect an Ashlander of all things. I think they were being too lenient when they simply exiled him. But that's how they treat the privileged few.
Wait, Veya's brother killed a Redoran soldier?
Uruan always had an unnatural attraction to the Ashlanders and their savage ways. He felt that an Ashlander life was worth more than a Redoran life. The Council didn't agree with his assessment. This will all be over as soon as Ferhara finds Veya.
Who are Ferhara's Vorklas?
Khajiit mercenaries of the highest order. For members of a lesser race,
What is that going grey?
Ferhara's warriors are surprisingly effective. I employ them to bolster our forces. Between obligations to the Pact and other matters, House Redoran is spread thin of late.
course.
Ah, mime Khajiit, as you say.
Ferhara assumes the
Yeah,
counselor's
I said the wrong option.
present a problem for the war clause. Yes, Captain?
The Outlanders have been warned, Ferhara. I leave everything else to your discretion.
Khajiit away! There's the sun coming through the trees like that. It reminded me of a thread I saw on Reddit today where someone posted something very similar to what I said. I think it was a couple of weeks ago, where games are getting to that point now where you don't really need to keep pushing graphics. You need to start working on the other sides of the gameplay, like AI, the quest generation, pathing, other features within a game, like an MMO. You could have like magic systems, that kind of thing. And honestly, it kind of pleased me because I think a lot more people are starting to head in that direction, thinking, yeah, we can have good graphics. I mean, look at this game here, for example. Now, granted, my machine is not what you call a top tier machine. It's a slightly above average. It's not amazing, but it does the job. Look at this game. Is this not a visually pleasing game? I think if this was too realistic, it wouldn't work. Give it its own style, give it its own way of doing things, and focus on other things. You don't have to go 100% on graphics. Do, I'd say, like AI routines, interaction with NPCs, and this is obviously more for RPGs.
Stupid wall claws. Now I know how a mouse feels. By the three, you really shouldn't sneak up on a person like that. If you're working with those mercenaries, I assure you, you won't take me without a fight.
Don't worry. Khajiit is working with Naryu. He has information concerning your brother.
Oh, right. Naryu mentioned something about that. Look, I can't wait to hear what you learned. But the swamp is crawling with mercenaries. There's a cave to the northeast. We can talk there.
Lead on, and this one will follow.
Unfortunately, there's a mob of those beast people between here and the cave. I was going to try and sneak past them, but every time I get too close, I think one of them catches my scent.
Alright, then we'll deal with the warclaws. You get yourself to the cave.
You're going to tackle that mob of fur and claws?
Oh, yes.
I'm impressed. Meet me at the cave when you're finished. I think we have a lot to talk about. Oh, and try not to get killed. I really want to know what you came all this way to tell me.
Well, then we'll see you in the cave shortly.
Meet me in the cave to the north when you finish with the mercenaries.
Although you may wish to stay and see this.
I can smell the dark elf kitten. Looks like we're the first ones here.
Hello. Hello, that's right. Everyone get in close. Everyone get in close. There we go.
Aid me.
Nope, he's dead. You're dead. And you're dead.
Warclaws, let's flay this outsider.
And he's dead. Okay, well, more than wow. Shame it doesn't last longer. Oh, okay, you want to try it? You're shooting at me. Oh, you're over there. Oh, you sneaky little git.
Up here! Hurry before more of them show up!
In fact, I think unless they sent an army, this one would be okay. And seriously, did you not see what? Oh, okay, she got inside. She just turned into a vampire scion and decimated them. Sorry, wrong word, not decimated them, destroyed them. Hey.
What do you think of my luxurious accommodations? It's got dirt and rock,
fungus and a poultry fire, all the comforts of home. Anyway, you said you had information about my brother, Uruan. What did you find out?
Well, according to the House of Redoin registry, your brother Uruan was stripped of his rank in Exile.
No, that can't be right. Uruan's honorable and noble. He's a model soldier. What could he have possibly done to warrant being banished?
Well, according to Captain Briven, Uruan killed one of his own soldiers to protect an Ashlander.
What? My brother has always been interested in the Ashlanders. Even showed them a kindness the rest of the house doesn't approve of. But for him to kill someone, especially one of his own soldiers, something terrible must have happened.
Maybe he has a relationship with one of the Ashlanders and this unnamed soldier threatened to do something unpleasant. Any idea where we can find these Ashlanders? They may be able to tell us about the incident.
I know the tribe that Uruan liked to help. Brought them supplies and such. He'd go and visit their camp whenever our father wasn't paying attention. Will you go with me to talk to them? Wait, someone's coming.
Quick, get behind Velen.
She can handle herself just fine, hero.
Oh, it's you.
Here, grab your things. It's time to go. Go? Why? What's going on?
The Warclaws are marching toward this cave along with half the House Redoin soldiers in Balmora. We need to go now.
Damn it! They must have followed us. I'll get my stuff.
Dealing with an arrogant, impatient, overconfident young woman. Now I know how my mother must have felt. We need to move. It won't take those damn cats long to find this place, not with their sense of smell.
What do you suggest?
The back tunnels. Better than heading out the front door and right into the main contingent of Redoin troops. Councillor Eris brought additional soldiers from town. He's intent on getting his daughter, and he may have the numbers to do it.
Back tunnels it is then.
One more thing. The back tunnels wind their way through territory that House Redoin recently acquired. We may run into some resistance, but it shouldn't be as bad as what's waiting outside the front of the cave.
Well, we'll just have to be careful then. If you look after her, I'll clear the way for you too.
Does the ceiling look unstable to you?
A little bit.
Search everywhere. Captain Priven thinks the Councillor's kitten might try to escape through these tunnels.
Okay, so I'm going that way.
Damn! Those cat bastards are harder to shake than a blind date.
Excuse me?
I'm ready for anything. Well, except if the tunnels cave in on top of us. What? Nobody's ever ready for a ton of rock to fall on their head.
Right. Okay. Which way am I going? I'm going this way by the looks of it.
This looks promising. Let's give it a try.
It's handy how there's lots of... Oh, let me jump there. It's handy how there's lots of glowy crystals here and things that make it easy for people to escape.
That must be the way out. I just hope there aren't any Redorans up there.
Well, we'll find out soon enough. There are 3 types of glyph categories that can be used to enchant items: armor, jewelry, and weapon.
Oh no. Father ruins everything. I'm so close to finding my brother and he shows up to drag me back home. Well, I'm not going back without a fight.
Don't worry. Kishid will cause a distraction so you can get out of here.
You do that for me? Thanks, I guess. But what can you possibly do against all those soldiers? My father brought the whole damn army with him this time.
Well, your father did hire Valen to find you and set up a meeting. You might as well give him a progress report. Long, boring progress report.
Clever. Tell my father whatever he wants to hear. That might actually work. Afterward, meet me at the Ashlander camp to the south. My brother would often visit that particular tribe.
It's as good a place as any to start.
So you will meet with your father after you find your brother, yes?
Once I find Uruan and make sure he's all right, I'll meet with my father. But that meeting will be on my terms, not his. And tell him to call off his soldiers, or I might change my mind. That should buy us some time.
Good luck to you. I see.
Halt! Who goes there?
Stand down. These outlanders work for me.
Counselor?
The captain reported that he had seen you in the area. There are also multiple reports that Veya has been spotted. Tell me, have you seen my daughter? I won't sleep well until she's home, safe and sound.
Khajiit thought we agreed it would not use any other outsiders.
I also said that the captain has his own resources. The war claws report to Brivin, not me. Look, we're all just trying to get my daughter home safely. Now, tell me what Veya's thinking.
Veya will meet with you, but on her terms. All these soldiers have scared her away.
It was a gamble, I admit. An opportunity I couldn't let slip away. You won't make me feel guilty about trying to find my daughter.
I understand.
So, where and when will Veya meet with me?
Soon. She asked Khajiit to do one more thing, and then she will be ready to meet with you.
Very well. We'll do this her way. Veya can be as stubborn as her mother sometimes.
I can believe that.
But tell my daughter that my patience won't last forever. Next time, I expect Veya to be with you. Or I might just let Captain Brivin do this his way.
Velen will let her know.
Do as I command, and let them pass.
That's right, to get out of the way. So I'm thinking, getting close to that point, we're going to wrap things up. We've got some nice little break-in things.
Well, those certainly aren't Ashlanders, not with those tales.
This is disturbing. I can't believe this. Why allow the Warclaws to run roughshod over the camp like this? What's House Redoran thinking? And what in the name of the three have they done with the Ashlanders?
You are sure this was an Ashlander camp?
My brother often visited this camp. Took me along a couple of times. It used to be such a vibrant place. So full of life. I know House Redoran wants to expand along the western coast, but I never expected they'd set the Warclaws loose like this.
You think your brother and the Ashlanders are still here, yes?
If Uruan was here, he'd never stand for the Warclaws invading the camp. He told me the Ashlanders were the same as you and I. Different beliefs don't necessarily make people bad.
Nice.
We need to see if we can find out what happened here.
And this one will look around and see what he can find.
I really want to help, but Nario won't hear of it. We don't get our hands dirty unless there's a writ attached. She's so fond of reminding me. We'll hang around and wait for you to find something before we move in.
Yes, we both have our own rules when it comes to things of a dubious nature, but just stay out of the way of the war claws until this one finds out where your brother is.
Veya, I don't think this is a good idea. We're trying to keep you out of House Redoran hands, remember?
You're not my parent, Nario. I can take care of myself, even if the Mother of Blades doesn't think so.
Damn it, Veya. You know I hate that title.
So yeah, this is a perfect point to end this. Alright, I will be back obviously next week, as I said before, with more ESO and the last non-Peacekeeper Wars episodes of Farscape coming up. Don't forget to get your popcorn. I'm getting myself a big old tub of it's like literally like £2.50 for a massive tub that's like bigger than my head. It's like fantastic. It's not fresh, it is pre-made, but it's good. So yeah, I hope you have all going to have a good weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye bye.